Ministry Moments, YouTube, Bob Gray Sr., subscribe, and that way we'll be able to chat. I used to hate that thing. Pastor comes say, I'm going to chat with you. I don't want to chat, preach to me. But anyway, I'm going to chat with you. And so every Friday, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. I was used to saying 3 o'clock Central Time, but it's 4 o'clock Eastern Time. And so I want to talk to you today about new ministries. And I'd get your pen out and jot some things down, and maybe this might be of help to you. Talking today about new ministries. And go to Ministry Moments YouTube, Bob Gray Sr., and subscribe now. And we'll be with you, Lord willing, every Friday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Well, here we go. Number one, ministries not born of need die for lack of need. Now think with me for a minute. Ministries, talking about new ministries now, starting new ministries. Ministries not born of need die for lack of need. The reason that you have a ministry is because there is a need. You don't start a ministry and then look for a need. You go soul winning, win people to Christ. And when you do, all of a sudden now, you've got Espanol, you've got Spanish, and now what are we going to do with them? Or educate slow. That all of the ministries at First Baptist Church when I was there in the early 70s had 800 Sunday school classes back then, by the way. But all of them were started because they were soul winning. It created a need. They got people saved, and they had a need. And then it ended up, the Houstons, for example, the educate slow. That department started because of their daughter. So please understand here that ministries not born of need die for lack of need. And a lot of churches start a ministry, then look for the people to bring to it. No, go soul winning every day. As a church, go soul winning. And that you'll find people when you lead them to Christ. And then the next thing is that all of a sudden you have to have a ministry here to meet that need. All right, number two, needs are created by people. Needs are created by people. Everybody has a need, something in their life. And the reason that the local New Testament Baptist church is there is to help them. So you want new ministries are born of need, that if they're not born of need, they die for lack of need. So we're need fillers. That's what we're doing. We find people that are hurting. We find people in predicaments, and we want to do everything we can to try to help them. All right, number two, needs are created by people. Statement number three, preparing people or reaching people with an attraction model is not going to work. It may get you a big Sunday morning crowd. A lot of these churches have great Sunday morning crowds. They don't even go to church on Sunday night. I just cannot imagine spending millions of dollars on a complex and using it for an hour on Sunday morning for a concert or 2 hours, and then that's it. I remember going to visit my mama one time, and I was my wife was in the motel and couldn't get out, and we couldn't get from Nashville to Murfreesboro. Couldn't get there. I couldn't leave her, so I went across the street and went to this giant church, and it was as worldly as worldly could. Boy, they had a big crowd. So I decided to go back Sunday. I'm just curious now. So I go back Sunday night, and there was nobody in the auditorium. And I asked the usher, I said, where's everybody at? They said, well, they're down in the room down there. I went down there, and there was 100 people sitting in a room. And Wednesday night had the same thing. Now, the attraction model, now you're going to have to get Johnny Cash resurrected. You're going to have to get some of these, if that's what you want, an attraction model, but it's not going to work. It may work. Billy Graham had all kinds of people on the platform, but John Rice said to me, he said, Billy Graham ruined the orchard. Jack Hyles kept the orchard healthy. Tom Malone kept the orchard healthy. All those great, Lee Robertson, Lester Roloff, all of them, Jack Hudson, all of them, Dallas Billington. Dallas Billington had 9,000 in 1969. And all of them had healthy churches. And so we're talking about new ministry now. Ministries not born of need die for lack of need. Needs are created by people, so we got to reach people. Reaching people with an attraction model is short-lived. Oh, you'll get a big crowd, and they'll come for the entertainment. But Bill Hybels himself in his own study from his church, he had a staff study. His giant church had run 15,000 at the time. His conclusion was, we have the crowds, but we don't have the Christians. So you can use the entertainment model, the attraction model, if you want to, but it'll be short-lived. Jack Hyles proved what could be done. Lester Roloff proved it. All of these, Jack Hudson, Dallas Bennington, all these men proved what they did because it was provable. All right? Now, non-soul winning churches attract, soul winning churches attack. So we're going to attack the gates of hell. We're going where the people are. We're going to reach the people where they are, get them saved, get them to Christ first. Church is not meant for lost people. Church is meant for saved people. Lost people have a veil over their eyes. They're in darkness. They're lost. And so you want to get, bus ministry is not meant for lost people. It's meant for saved people. And we have it all turned around. We try to get the lost people there to get them saved. No, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Go, not come. It's not y'all come. It's go. So when you look at soul winning finds the people with the needs. The people are the ones with the needs. An attraction model gets them there and hoping and using worldly entertainment to get them there, thinking that you're going to get them saved, then everything's going to be fine. But those great churches, they have big crowds on Sunday morning, the attraction model, but nothing on Sunday night. You could, what a waste to me, it's just me. But we're talking about new ministries now. Soul winning churches reach people with needs. So when you have soul winning, you win somebody to Christ, and they come, all of a sudden they bring their problems with them. They bring their struggles with them. They bring their cares with them. Well, that's good. That's not bad. Pastors say, now you come see me anytime you need me. Then they call and want to see the pastor. The pastor says, secretary, I haven't got time. Well, wait a minute. I thought you told them to call you anytime that they had a need. So understand how new ministries, how does this happen? Ministries not born of need die for lack of need. Number two, needs are created by people. Reaching people with soul winning finds people with needs. The attraction model brings them to you using the bait of the world to get them, you attract them, to get them there. But it's going to all the world, preach the gospel. Every creature is the Bible pattern. Not come here and we'll give the gospel to you when you get here. No. Get off your lazy assurance, backslidden assurance that you're sitting on, and go out where they are and win the people. And when you bring them, they're bringing their needs with them. And that's where the new ministries start. Soul winning churches meet needs. Soul winning churches meet needs because we bring the need. We bring the people, which bring the needs. Then we create a Sunday school class for them. Brother House, when I was there in the early 70s, had 800 Sunday school classes. Now, before the college got started, those classes ran 20, 25. When B, Sunday school C, D, and E, and the different bus divisions got started and everything, college students went crazy they were super excited with the number. But Brother Howes understood the average A bus route was 20, 25. Now, Jojo Moffat and Roy Moffat, they're crazy. There's something wrong with them. They run 75 to 100. But the average layman, Brother House wanted everybody to be pastored. The Sunday school teachers pastored the people. The bus captains pastored the people. I had 4 children when I was there in the early 70s, and I had a Sunday school teacher come by and visit every one of my children. Isn't that something? That's a blessing. Pastor said, I can't get my Sunday school teachers to visit because the classes are too big. Then, number 7, when we look at the reaching of needs and they bring the needs, don't complain about the needs, because the new ministries are born of meeting those needs. So don't find yourself with soul winning gang, all these people. No, Brother Gray, how come we attract all the nuts? Probably because we're nuts. But anyway, get them there and they bring their needs with them. Don't complain about it. Don't complain about it. You keep complaining about it, and pretty soon what's going to happen is you're not going to have any new ministries at all. So don't hire a man and say, I'm going to give you a room. Now you better earn your salary. No. What you want to do is reach people and get them saved. And when you do, they bring needs. When they bring needs, then you create ministries. You create ministries to meet their need. That's what how it works. That way they'll come back on Sunday night, and they'll come back on Wednesday night, because these needs they've got to be met. They've got to be met. So don't complain about new ministries that bring all these people in, because that's the way it's supposed to be. Well, Ministry Moments, every Friday, 4 o'clock, Eastern Time, Florida time, the land of the free. You make sure that you subscribe to Ministry Moments YouTube, Bob Gray Sr., and I think you'll find each week, it's not a sermon, just we're going to chat a little bit and try to give you some things that'll be of help to you. God bless you.